I tell you a history. 10 years ago, I met a woman, Sonia Quispe, and her mothers, who made a living of collecting waste from a dump to feed her pigs. Sonia created a micro-enterprise collection, and today she employed 12 other women who manufacture bags from recycled materials. She is very successful that she is now exporting these products to Mexico. For our work, of course, we need to work with many stakeholders, the local government, the regional government, the national government, because we need to promote the new law, the new regulation. But we need with the private sector too. They have a social responsibility program.
We'll move quickly to the actions by individuals. The first is to volunteer. And I think one of the things that's important to tease out of this, and it's important that you raised it, is that we can be much more creative with how and where we volunteer. Think about giving our time, but also our particular skills. We've got a lot of people in this room that know a lot about business, a lot about jobs, and a lot about how these things work on the ground. How do we donate our time to really translate that? Focus on local communities and take action where you see a need. I think we've heard examples in all three cases of how people started at the ground level and are building up, and I think are and ultimately will bring profound change to a much larger area than those small communities, just by demonstrating what can be done. Start with your own spending and behaviors, such as buying fair trade. That's really important. It's also really important to find these bags made out of recycled goods that Albina talked about, now being exported to Mexico. We'll get them up here. And also buy things that are made by local entrepreneurs and artisans. Leaders are everywhere. They need to be identified and supported. We heard over lunch about one of the commitments where a young man in Rwanda connected with a group working on a commitment, and how just by making those connections they have invested in somebody who is going to be a leader, as all of you are. The gem is create policies and companies that employees and executives donate time for charitable giving.
Zaher, the last word.
My comment would be on the gem regarding create policy and company that employee executives donate time. Our view on this is that for most companies and most corporations, CSR is an intrinsic part of business. It's an intrinsic part of mission. It is not a sideshow. It is not something that should be given to CSR VP floating on the side of the company. It is something that should be followed by the CEO himself. He should care and follow it like he looks at his profit every quarter. CSR is very important. It requires the leadership and commitment of the top man, and if it's not there, it will not work.